Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai Vishnu Paramaham Sarpari Vedikacharya Stupa Rasatya Sishimaya Divanis Disibana Saraswati Prabhupada ki Jai Anant Kuli Vaishnava ki Jai Amacharya Sheva Haripasa ki Jai Principal Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Seva Sari Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Shyam Radha Giri Bharavardhana ki Jai Vrajlavardhana ki Jai Bhaktivinoda ki Jai Navadvipandana ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai Subhadra Devi ki Jai Jamuna Mai ki Jai Ganges Mai ki Jai Tulasi Devi ki Jai Bhakti Devi ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanand. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. Glory to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Vrita Uttara Srimati Bhakti Tirtha Shanam Namaste Krishna Prabhupada Shitana Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti Tirtha Jina Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Namutanam Divim Saraswatim Vyasa Tato Jayam Mudirayet Ashtrai Sabadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshulunvitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Garijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakamritam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanusuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancho Kalpataru Yascha Kripa Sindhyaeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnayo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 8. Questions by King Parikshit. Text number 5. Pravishta karnarandrena Shwanam bhava saroruham Dunoti samalam Krishna Salilasya jata sarat Pravishta karnarandrena Swanam bhava saroruham Dunoti samalam Krishna Salilasya jata sarat Pravishta karnarandrena Swanam bhava saroruham Dunoti samalam Krishna Salilasya jata sarat Swanam bhava saroruham Samalam Krishna
Pravishta karnarandrena
Swanam bhava saroruham
Noti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yatha sharat
Pravishta karnarandrena Swanam bhava saroruham Pravishta, thus being entered, Karnarandrena, through the holes of the ears, Swanam, according to one's liberated position, Bhava, constitutional relationship, Sararuham, the lotus flower, Dunoti, cleanses, Samalam, material qualities, like lust, anger, avarice, and hankering. Krishna, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Salilasya, of the reservoir of waters. Yata, as it were. Sarat, the autumn season. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, that is the Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee. Sit on the lotus flower of his loving relationship. And thus cleanses the doors of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. Please repeat. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, at the Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee. Sit on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus, it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. Purport. It is said that a single pure devotee of the Lord can deliver all the fallen souls of the world. There's one who is actually in the confidence of a pure devotee, like Narada or 𝐁𝐸𝐴 Goswami, and thus is empowered by one spiritual master, as Narada was by Brahmaji, can not only deliver himself from the clutches of Maya or illusion, but can deliver the whole world by his pure and empowered devotional strength. The comparison to the autumnal rain that falls on muddy reservoirs of water is very appropriate. During the rainy season, all the waters of the rivers become muddy. But in the month of July, August, the autumn season, when there is a slight rainfall, the muddy waters of the rivers all over the world become at once clear. By addition of some chemical, a small reservoir of water like that of a metropolitan waterworks tank can be cleared. But by such a tiny effort, it is not possible to clear up all the reservoirs of water like the rivers. A powerful, pure devotee of the Lord, however, can deliver not only his personal self, but also many others in his association. In other words, the cleansing of the polluted heart by other methods like the culture of empiric knowledge or mystic gymnastics can simply cleanse one's own heart. But devotional service to the Lord is so powerful that it can cleanse the hearts of the people in general by the devotional service of the Lord, of the pure, empowered devotee. A true representative of the Lord like Narada, 𝐁𝐸𝐴 Goswami, Lord Chaitanya, the 6 Goswamis, and later Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura, and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, can deliver all people by their empowered devotional service. By sincere effort to hear, Srimad Bhagavatam, one realizes his constitutional relationship with the Lord in the transcendental humor of servitude, friendship, paternal affection, or conjugal love. And by such self-realization, one becomes situated at once in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Not only were all the pure devotees like Narada, severalized souls, but they were engaged in preaching work automatically by spiritual impetus. And thus they delivered many poor souls entangled in the material modes. They became so powerful because they sincerely followed the Bhagavatam principles by regular hearing and worshipping. By such actions, the accumulated material lust, etc., become cleansed by the personal endeavor of the Lord within the heart. The Lord is always within the heart of the living being, but he becomes manifested by one's devotional service. Purification of the heart by culture of knowledge or mystic yoga may be all right for the time being for an individual person, but it is like the cleansing of a small quantity of stagnant water by chemical processes. Such clarification of water may stand for the time being and the sediments settle down, but by slightly agitation, everything becomes muddy. The idea is that devotional service to the Lord is the only method of cleansing the heart for good. Whereas other methods may be superficially good for the time being, there is a risk of becoming muddy again due to agitation of the mind. A devotional service to the Lord with a specific attention for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam regularly and always is the best recommended method for liberation from the clutches of illusion. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 5 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 8, entitled Questions by King Parikshit. Hare Krishna. The first word used here by Sukadeva Swami is Pravishta, Karana Randrina. We eat through the tongue, and that eating takes care of our body. And the soul, very slightly. But the food, which is taken through the ear, not only the body, it comes to the heart, it goes to the soul. Just like our normal food will nourish the body, hearing about Krishna nourishes the soul. That is the bathing for the soul. We bathe every day to take care of this body, to keep the body clean. It may have nothing to do with the soul, because people are bathing every day. But those who are bathing the soul through hearing, it is said here, Swanam Bhava Saruruham. Bhava means establishing a relationship, our constitutional position, our relationship, which is eternal that we have with Lord Krishna. Establishing that means we are connected with the Krishna. The soul is eternally connected with Krishna, and Prabhupada mentioned the purport. As a super soul, he's sitting in the heart. But not everybody realizes the sitting of the super soul in the heart. So here the Prabhupada said, only the devotees who are practicing the process of hearing, which means that hearing is what? What is hearing? Hearing is a process by which one can get Krishna planted in the heart. Not just the tongue, the ear. By hearing. So the Papa said the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is established. For what? It's a chance for us to hear. We are meant to hear. This society is meant for hearing. We should hear. That is our business. Our business is to hear about Krishna. The ear is not meant for hearing something else. It is meant for hearing about Krishna. And this hearing, which is the most important thing, fourth canto describes of all the senses. When we are sleeping, of all the senses, the hearing is the most powerful one, because when we are sleeping, all our senses are dead. They are useless. Even as powerful as our eye is, it doesn't function when one is sleeping. The only senses that works is the ear. So hearing is very, very important. As important as hearing is, there are also qualifications to hear. Without the qualifications, we cannot hear. Qualifications, Sukadeva also mentioned it in the first canto, chapter 2, text 17. And 16. What is 16? What is 16? Price. 17. Yeah, Shushu, Asya, that is 17. Vasudeva Kata Ruchi. If you want to hear, Shed Maha Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtani Sevanat. The affinity to hear about Krishna, it comes from serving a pure devotee. This is this one. To serve a pure devotee. Shan Mahal Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtani Sevanat. The Sevanat. A great work is said to be done. Great. It didn't say work, it said great work is said to be done. When a service is done to a pure devotee. Mahat Seva Dwaram Mahu Bimuktes. Mahat Seva. Dwaram is the gateway for liberation. Is to render a service to a pure devotee. That service is done for one who has faith in that pure devotee. The same hearing, for one who has faith in that pure devotee, one who has no faith will not hear. One who does not have trust in that pure devotee will not hear. One who is not humble will not hear. A person not humble will not hear. We will block our hearing. I already know everything I'm going to say, so what is left for me to why should I attend the class? I already know everything I was going to say. I will not hear. One who is not interested, one who is not interested also will not hear. So there is qualification to hear about Krishna from the self-realized soul. from a self-realized soul. Prabhupada said, bona fide source. We hear from the bona fide source. That is the process of planting Krishna in the heart. And the Krishna will manifest his real presence in the heart. And when that happens, what happens? There is a cleansing. In every association, there is always a service. There is no relationship that has no service in between. There is a service. What is that service? The service of hearing about Krishna by a devotee and planting Krishna in the heart. The relationship becomes very, very strong. Very strong. That's the difference between a devotee and non-devotee. That we have Lord Krishna in the heart. That is helping us to clean all the dirty things that are blocking us from experiencing what is destined for the soul. That is destroyed by association with the pure devotee who will plant Krishna. This is what 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭𝐢 did. 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐽𝐢 Swami, he was speaking. He didn't tear the heart of Parikshit Maharaj. He simply did it by speaking. And Parikshit Maharaj was hearing. By hearing, Parikshit Maharaj confessed, my Gurudev, what I could not do for a moment, I have done it for a whole week. I couldn't control my taste for a second. I couldn't control. I committed an offense to a sage, but I'm sitting here for 7 days. I'm not feeling sleepy. I'm not feeling thirsty. I'm not feeling tired and exhausted. If you don't eat for a day, tomorrow is 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐸. You want to know? If you want to really realize, I'm not the body, it is tomorrow. Other days is a philosophy, but if you want to really experience that I am not this body, it is tomorrow, you will realize that I'm not the body. For those who observe 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 as it is. I say like that because there is a temple here in India, and the 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 they have 51 preparations. Other days, 4 or 5. 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸, 51. That is a violation of 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 principle. It's a violation. And it is a deliberate attempt to keep us in material world, not to make advancement. Because 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 manifested to help us get free from that which is impossible for us to do. 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 free us from that. That is how powerful 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 is. Therefore, to violate the principle means we are not tired of staying in this material world. We want to continue staying here. And staying in the material world means suffering. It doesn't mean enjoyment, it means suffering. We are not tired of suffering yet. So those who follow the principle of 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐸 will realize that the body will demand, the mind will disturb you more than other days. That is a sign that you are doing something which is wonderful. There will be reaction. The mind will react. Other senses they will react. But if we can maintain it, the success will come. Therefore, it is very important for us to hear attentively from pure devotee, as Prabhupada is saying. It is said that a single pure devotee of the Lord can deliver all the fallen souls of the world. Who is that? Who is that? Srila Prabhupada. Practically speaking, not philosophy. He's practically speaking. He delivered the whole world. One pure soul That is how you know a pure devotee. Therefore, it is an offense. It's a grave offense for anyone to say that the Prabhupada did not give us everything. It's an offense. Who gave the holy name? Huh? So Prabhupada. So, is there anything left to be given for a person who chants the holy name? It is sufficient to make anyone a pure devotee, chanting the holy name. It is sufficient to make anyone a pure devotee. Anyone can become a pure devotee. Anyone from any background can become a pure devotee simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the Prabhupada gave us this holy name. Look also, 𝐶𝐸𝐵𝐴𝐶𝐸. It is 𝐶𝐸𝐵𝐴𝐶𝐸. How many mantras? 8. Only 8 mantras. This 8 mantra takes us from where we are to what? To Prema. Who gave us this? The Prabhupada gave this. So he didn't give everything? He didn't give everything? When a spiritual master gives you a chanting bead and he gives you a name, you are taking the bead. What is he giving to you? Huh? What is the spiritual master giving to you? You are taking a chanting bead from him. What's he giving you? Talk. The spiritual master gives you a chanting bead on the initiation day. You are taking. What is he giving you? Okay. The holy name, which is Krishna. We have been given what? Krishna. So it's like somebody gave you prasada, right? How you eat it, is it a problem of the person? How you eat the prasada that have been given, is it a problem of the person or is it a problem? You understand? Whose problem? I want to hear from you. It's our problem. We should understand what we're doing. We have been given Krishna. Krishna is given to us in our hand. How we are treating Krishna the whole of our days, this lifetime, it is our problem. It is not the problem of the person who has given to us. He has shown us the mercy by giving us. And Prabhupada gave us Krishna. He gave us the holy name. He showed us this 𝐶𝐸𝐵𝐴𝐶𝐸𝐵 was hidden. It was hidden in the book, in the Bengal. Who knows about it? Prabhupada came and revealed it. He gave it to us. Bhagavata. Who gave us Bhagavata? This verse is saying that if you hear about Krishna, Krishna will appear in our heart. So he has not given everything. It is our laziness and foolishness that is a problem. It is not, our problem is not the scripture. It is not the spiritual master. It's not Krishna. Our problem is our own stupid mind that is cheating us from doing the right thing. By hearing what we're supposed to hear from the right source and applying what we are hearing every day. Application. There's one who is actually in the confidence of a pure devotee like Narada or 𝐁𝐸𝐴𝐵 Goswami, and thus is empowered by one spiritual master, as Narada was empowered by Brahmaji, can not only deliver himself from the clutches of Maya or illusion, but can deliver the whole world by his pure and empowered devotional strength. So we are seeing the purity of Srila Prabhupada. Like how many people have been injected with the Krishna consciousness? Millions of people have been injected with Krishna consciousness through his purity. And the process is going on even after his physical departure. It is going on. In most places, when a father leaves, the children will spoil the business he has established. They will fight. Even in our tradition. Once I was doing parikrama, Govardhan parikrama, a few years ago, and I got to very close to Radhakund, one of Srila Bhakti Saraswati's temple, before the Radhakund. So one Babaji there, he called me. So I was offering obeisance. He called me. Yeah, I went to him. So this is Swami. So we talked for some time. And he told me, please come and stay with us. I was thinking, oh, this is very nice. I like Radhakund. And here I'm getting invitation. So I said, yes, thank you. My next visit, I must come and stay with you. Then there is one friend. He saw me when I was talking with him. So he waited for me. So when I finished with him, I came out. And he told me, please, don't come and stay here. This temple is in a court. This temple is in the court. It is a court case. So I didn't go back there. Court case means what? According to Rupa Goswami, karma. It's karma. Do we have that experience? Where ISKCON is free. ISKCON is free. And this court case has been there before. And it's going to go on for a lifetime. Is that Krishna consciousness? So when some people have come to Krishna consciousness to cheat themselves, they will say that Prabhupada has not given us everything. But those who have come here to practice Krishna consciousness will see that Prabhupada has given us everything. This is the vision of a serious devotee. So we will hear from the source that Krishna will be established in the heart. This is hearing. If you don't hear like this, we are not going to get Krishna planted in the heart. Because Krishna is not going to be planted through the tongue. It's not going to be planted through other way. It's going to be planted to the heart through ear, the hearing. Then our relationship becomes very strong. Our relationship becomes very, very strong by continuous hearing and chanting and doing service. Three things must be constantly performed. Hearing, chanting, and doing service. It must be maintained because this is like the bathing. The soul is bathing every day. This is the nourishment for the soul. It's the nourishment. You see, people who look at our chair, the Goswamis, like Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days, he did not eat. Do you think he was pretending? Did he complain? There was no hunger naturally because he was eating. Parikshit Maharaj was eating from the food Sukadeva Goswami was feeding him with. He was hearing Krishna Katha. So he didn't feel hungry because he's eating. Every material thing depends on spiritual things. Material things are dependent. on the spirituality. See, if one is Krishna conscious, our material necessities will automatically cared for, automatically. Because the shadow follows the object. There is no shadow without the object. The importance of material things is the spiritual things. Everything comes from spiritual energy of Krishna. Everything. There's nothing which is independent of spiritual thing. So hearing and establishing a confidential relationship, proper use the word confidence, in the pure devotee. We have confidence in the pure devotee. Then we can hear. If you don't have confidence, our hearing will not be effective. Because we are going to block ourselves. It is not a physical blockage. It is a mental blockage. And it's more dangerous than physical blockage. A physical blockage, one can see it and give us advice. But a mental blockage, nobody will see. Except a pure devotee. And how many pure devotees? Well, a pure devotee will see the blockage and he will give you advice. Don't do this. Like Parashit Maharaj was going to hear, and the demigods, they all came. Don't worry, dear king, don't worry about the dead. We have nectar for you. We have brought Amrit. Sukadev Goswami said, Amrit, what is that? He kicked all of them away with the so-called. What is it you want to compare with Bhagavata? What is Amrit you want to compare with Bhagavata? There's no comparison. There's no comparison. This verse has other verses that has connection with this verse. This verse in 117. No. 177, sorry. First Canto, chapter 7, text 7. You know? Bhagavatam is fire extinguisher. It extinguishes what? What is mentioned here? The lust, the greed, the anger, the illusion, the madness, the envy. Bhagavatam destroys all. It burns off all lamentation, fear, ignorance. Bhagavatam destroys all this for a person who hears. There's another one again, 1634. That's also connection with this. 1634. You can check it, 1634. 34. Canto 1, chapter 6, text 34. Yes. So, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is not a material activity. It's a spiritual activity. The activity of the soul. That is why it has effect. Other processes have no effect. Example is given here. Other processes doesn't have effect. Because for a person who is doing yoga and studying the scripture, Jnani, they can also get their all these anarthas controlled. But they cannot remove the seed of these diseases. The seed cannot be removed. So there's a difference. Only devotee has the access to remove the seed of all the necessary things from the heart. Because when the relationship is established, now we have a relationship, a friendship relationship, we have a service attitude with Krishna, or a parental relationship with Krishna, or we have a conjugal relationship with Krishna. All these things will gradually manifest in our life by hearing. And that is a sign of Krishna being planted in the heart. We'll see they will unfold gradually as we continue to make progress and advancement of Krishna consciousness. So it is important. Prabhupada said here, purification of the heart by culture of knowledge of mystic yoga may be all right for the time being for an individual person, but it is like the cleansing of a small quantity of a stagnant water by chemical processes. Such clarification of water may stand for the time being and sediments settle down, but by a slight agitation, everything becomes muddy. There's so many examples of people who have this experience. Perfect yogis and jnanis who had serious problems. That in practicing, Vishwamitra Muni, he had a problem after 60,000 years of practice. That's a small time. He did not get the problem when he was 5,000 years, 60,000 years of practice before he had problem. He's a great Muni, powerful. As powerful as he is, compare him to Haridas. Materially speaking, what is the position of Haridas? Materially speaking, what is his position? He is nobody in the society. You cannot compare him with Vishwamitra Muni. One was engaged in 60,000 years of austerity. After that, he had problem. He fell down after that. Haridas fell down. How long Meneka stayed with Vishwamitra? How long? Less than a day. Prostitute. How long he stayed with Haridas? 3 days, continuously. 3 days. Nothing happened. Dhruga confessed, my dear Haridas, you cheated me. You are a cheater. Why are you a cheater? You have Krishna in your heart. The Krishna is in the heart. Dhruga confessed, when I appear in a symbol of sages, before I close my eyes, they are all offering me obeisances. But you, I stay here for 3 days. I couldn't do anything. Instead, you turn me into a devotee. I want initiation from you. She got initiated to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haridas Thakura, he initiated her to chanting Hare Krishna. But he was not able to do it when he was a Brahma. As Lord Brahma, he couldn't do that. Because he's engaged in management, which is contamination. In management, there is a lot of politics. Very rare you find a devotee who is free from politics. Very rare to find that in devotee. Majority of us, management means misuse of our power. So it makes one impotent. But a simple devotee who is sincerely engaged in Krishna consciousness will be so empowered that even Durga will not do anything to him. Instead, he will transform the person. Prabhupada said here, you make devotees all over the world. He will be a guru of the whole world. Why? Because Krishna is sitting in the house. And he's being supported by all the acharyas. He's not alone. He's not alone. Sanatana Goswami said, from Vaikuntha, the pure devotee, Vaikuntha verses having compassion upon us, they will select one of them to come here and help us. And when they send him here, they will also support him from there. They will be supporting him from there. He's not alone. He's being supported. Nobody can do anything to a pure devotee. But he can change all of us and can turn all of us into a pure devotee like himself. Because they are working as a team. So we have all these pure devotee. Prabhupada mentioned, he didn't mention himself, but we should know he is so included. He mentioned Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and all other acharyas, including himself. They came here being sent by other devotees. And fully protected by the Supreme God himself. So they have the power, they have the authority, they have the license to deliver us. So it is a great fortune if we can listen to them and take their word very, very seriously to heart. Then we will experience what is Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any comments or questions? Tonight. Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful song about this importance. Maharaj, I've heard what you mentioned. This is like a little risky, but still I will ask. So one very serious devotee, he had told me that Prabhupada, in his books, he has told more about Samandhagyan because he was writing for a global audience. So even though he knew even the depth of Ras Leela and everything, he did not reveal that because we were not ready, or we will not be able to handle all the information. So that's why he says we have to associate with more advanced devotees who are enjoying the rasa part. And so that way he says Prabhupada books are more basic. So how do we counter that and how do we maintain our...
That is an offense. What is basic? That is an offense to say that it is basic. Bhagavatam is basic. This is basic.
No, absolutely not.
Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna himself. Directly. This is directly the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Representative in the book form. If we understand this one verse, if you understand it, we'll be successful in Krishna consciousness. This one verse, not all 18 verses, this one here, will become a pure devotee. That is the potency of Bhagavata. That 112, what does he say? 112. Say it very loud. Now we are talking every day. These are the things we should say. Say it very loud. I want to hear. That's why I asked you. Say it. Hridiya Barudya De Tashana means what? If one hear this, the Lord will be established in the heart. So, just David asked, what is the need for any other scripture except this? He is telling us it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If we don't have time for Bhagavatam, we are wasting our time. It's a useless life. Prabhupada gave us the Bhagavata. It's complete in itself for self-realization. Complete, perfect. But we don't hear. It's a very big problem with Hare Krishna devotees. We don't hear. And we have a very big false ego. In general, all of us, Hare Krishna devotees, big false ego. Very big, heavy like Mount Meru. Transcendental. We are transcendental, is it not? Yes, that is our disease, false ego. That's our disease. We are transcendental. Without transformation, is transcending without transformation. It's a big disease that is blocking us. Let us learn how to hear. If you want to hear, let us be humble. You should have faith in the speaker. There's so much doubt in our heart. So much doubt. And faithlessness. How can spiritualists be like this? So much doubt. See, look. So much doubt and faithlessness. And big ego. Cheating us from the reality. There's a problem. If one, Prabhupada gave us, you see, in this verse, when I went through the purport, Prabhupada has, in his purport, put in Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur inside this purport. This purport. Vishwanath Chakravarti is here. Narada Muni, 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐿, Swami, they are all here. In this one purport. There's so many pure devotees Prabhupada has loaded inside this purport. So that is not association? It is not association? We are lazy. We don't know what is here. That is our problem. We don't know what we have. That is our problem. We don't know it. Prabhupada gave us not only himself, he gave us all the acharyas. He gave all of them in one place. So if we identify with them, stay here in Hare Krishna movement, I'm telling you, stay here in this movement and follow everything here sincerely, seriously. You are sure of success in your life. That is not empty boasting. It is not empty boasting. It's a reality. You are sure of success. Don't run here and there. Stay in one place, you get everything. Simply follow what is here. How many times Prabhupada has said in his purport, stick to this process, you are sure of success. How many times? So many places in his purport. Stick to this process. Stick to this process. Your success is guaranteed. If you want to know a person, look at his activity. Look at his activity. The effect Srila Prabhupada has had in the world. It's a perfect convention for anyone to follow him fully. We don't know the science. That is a problem. We don't know the science. We are jumping here and here because we don't know the science. Running here and there will not save us. If we stick to the process sincerely, seriously, we'll get it. That is my full conviction, and I don't see anybody who can take it away from me. Maybe next life. All right, thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the deep insight class and reinstating the importance of reading Srimad Bhagavatam hearing. Pray that I'm able to follow the same very strictly and also share the same what I heard today with others. Maharaj, I had a question also. With respect to teenagers, what do you recommend? Because they are not always used to hearing. In this verse we discussed today, hearing implants Krishna in our heart. So many of them will not be inclined to reading process, though they might be inclined to serve in temple. What do you recommend, Maharaj? How to keep them in the safe path and not get allured by the forces outside?
We should check what is their interest. Check what is their interest. They like prasadam, then you make prasadam very tasty. So invite them, let's come have a party. They will come and participate because that is their interest. If they like a drama, engage them in that way. You should find out their interest. Check what is they like. Kamsa did this. Even as a demon, they know how to get. Kamsa, he asked his associate, what does Krishna like? What does he like? What is his interest? So he told him, he's very fond of cars. Jai. Vatsasula. Bakasura. So the demon came disguised as a calf. He's not a calf, he's a demon. Bakasura, right? Vatsasura. Vatsasura. Bakasura. Vatsasura. They came the same day. And Krishna killed the two of them the same day, one in the morning, one in the evening. So Kamsa, what was Krishna like? So he's very fond of cows. He can't do without cows or cowhead boys. Oh yes. And you see. So when he appeared, immediately Krishna detected. So Krishna asked his brother, Balaram, did you see, have you noticed a calf that didn't come with us this morning? Did you notice? Balaram said, no, I didn't see. So, look carefully. Look carefully. See that one. Krishna said, it's a demon, not about us, it's a demon. I will kill him. Balaram said, no, it's a calf. If you kill him, you blame us. Krishna said, no, they will not blame us. When he's dead, they will see that it's a demon, so they will glorify us. Then Balaram said, okay, deal with him. Krishna killed him. See, we get people by the thing they like. They like reading. Then you can, don't give Bhagavata, you can give a story. A story. We have many storybooks, children's storybooks. You can engage them. You can engage them in service. One of our members in Lagos, the parent was complaining, this girl doesn't like to follow Krishna consciousness. I said, okay, don't worry. I will see what you do. So we started engaging her in a global event activities. She was taking part and she was doing it. Then the mother came and told me, my daughter has changed. I said, yes, because she's engaged properly in the things he likes. So, and this encouragement. We encourage her. We encourage her. Yes, you're so nice. This is very good. This is very good. Not just artificially. It's doing something nice. We appreciate. Yes, this is very nice. Continue like this. Continue. Yes, yes, yes. He's chanting. Not by force. He's chanting. So let us see their interest. You can find a way to get them, to bring them to Krishna consciousness. The children don't follow what we tell them. They follow what they see us do. If they see our Krishna consciousness is strong, we are addicted to it, they will follow. We can talk, it will not have much effect. Our examples will change and transform them. See, if we practice nicely, we will get many people to follow us. So look for the interest. You like cooking. So bring the temple to join cooking for the festivals. You can give him or her some nice service. You like kirtan? So come and join the kirtan party. So you will sing this day. So they know that, okay, next time our kirtan is there. Or next time our kirtan performance is there. So, Mama, today is our kirtan day. I want to go. So we have to find a way like this to get them inside. They will follow gradually.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class and also answering questions nicely. I have this one question. You said that Parikshit Maharaj heard 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭𝐢 Goswami for 7 days and he did not have to eat because he was hearing the hearing which was eating. So should we understand that pure devotees don't have to eat, or only this was a special case of Parikshit Maharaj, not needing food?
Sorry, I missed it.
Should we understand that pure devotees do not have to eat? How should we understand this?
Yes. You didn't hear? Raghunath Das Goswami had constipation. How did he get it? How do one get constipated? By eating. By eating. But physically he was not eating. How did he get constipated? Spiritually. Cemetery animals feeding him. So he got constipated. Yes. They are not bluffing. They are not. The Goswamis are not eating. They are writing and speaking and discussing Krishna 24 hours, forgetting about it. See? They are not pretending. It is natural. It is natural. Yeah, Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days, no food. He was simply hearing. And he got Krishna in the heart. He confessed. Sukadeva Goswami was happy. Yes, I did my part. And it's a teamwork. The speaker and the hearers will bona fide. Both. Then you see this miracle happen. They are not pretending. It is natural. The soul is being nourished by Krishna Katha. That's the nourishment. Therefore, eating is a matter of duty. Like eating or bathing, this is just a matter of duty. But the real concern is inside. It's inside. They are getting that nourishment, so they are fully satisfied. In the Bhagavata also we have in the 7th canto, Jagara, Panta. He is not eating, but he's very fat. How you are fat? It's a sense gratifier to be fat and stout. But you're not eating. How are you fat like this? You see people who are, even material speaking, you see people who are very, people whose mind is free, who are happy. They don't eat much. And you see they're fat. But because inside is happy, satisfied. So there's the nourishment also affect the body. See, you're fat and free. And people who are full of anxiety, they're skinny. It's anxiety. Make them skinny. Worrying about many things. Yes, it is true. Yes. Hare Krishna. The last question. Oh, sorry. Yes, Rob. Thank you.
Maharaj, when I am reading Srila Prabhupada's books, despite being factually aware of his undeniable position, sometimes when I read something that is too much opposed to current material conceptions, I will subtly not bear it in mind or maybe not give importance to that instruction. And whenever those instructions appear which are palatable to the current position, which are easy to follow or which are very much suiting to current tastes, those I will still try to bear. So how I can become completely subservient to Prabhupada, absolute every instruction which is written, not just which is nice to follow.
You have example?
I do have certain examples, but I'm not very comfortable giving examples.
Okay, thank you. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He wrote many books. One of them is 64 Principles for Community. 64 Principles for Community. And His Holiness Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj translated it into English. And His Holiness Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj gave purport to all of them. So one of the principles he said, a sycophant cannot be a guru. One who flatters others is not qualified to be a guru. A guru must not flatter the disciples. He must tell exactly what is necessary. They don't speak the things we want to hear. They speak things we need to hear. So we should not expect that Prabhupada is going to maintain our nonsense. He didn't come for that business. He came to distort our nonsense by telling us what we need to know and do to become perfect, to become released from material existence. So some of them, so we shouldn't expect that everything should be agreeable with our senses. What is this? What is the strength of our senses? What is it? Contaminated. They are contaminated. What is so wonderful about our senses? So anything which is agreeable with our senses cannot be wonderful. It must be something that is a challenge to our consciousness. Because it's opposite. It's not parallel, it's opposite. So yes, he is potent by saying something which, no, Prabhupada, how can you say like this? Yes, he can say like that because that is what we need. That's why he said it. He gave it because we need it. He wouldn't just say something because, you see, our chariots, they are not fictioners. They cannot write, 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭𝐢 Swami will not write fiction. Yesterday, they cannot write fiction. No, they give the reality. So they must say the truth. Otherwise, they won't say it. Their business is with Krishna, not outside Krishna. So don't worry, just continue to practice. Just continue to practice. The practice will give us the purification that in due course of time, we'll be able to agree with it. And that is the sign of our advancement. We don't agree with it now because of our condition. But with time, when we make advancement by practicing, they will become easy to understand, they will appreciate it, and tell Prabhupada, thank you. Thank you, Prabhupada, for not cheating me. Okay, last question. Sorry to keep you longer.
Thank you so much for such beautiful answers, Maharaj. So my question is, you were saying in the class that a simple devotee who is simple at heart, they can relish the chanting and hearing of Srimad Bhagavata. And those who are in the positions, so they are having a lot of politics and they are not able to engage their time watching Krishna consciousness. So one practical experience which has happened to me is, so when I was sitting in 𝐤𝐢𝐳 as a student, so that time every day listening to classes was really a very ecstatic moment because I was learning many new things and I used to think that yes, I will follow all these things in my life. And I used to think I am a very nice devotee. But now, since the temple has become big and we are given little responsibility in our services, now I feel myself that I am not the devotee what I thought. And just like in the purport we saw, there is a slight agitation and there are the mud again, it comes up. So now I see with the trigger of certain situations, the anger, this lust and the attention and the need for fame. So all these things I see that I have still in my heart. So my question is being a simple devotee, is it that good? Or taking a few responsibilities which we are able to handle and which is also helpful for us to get purified, is that good, Maharaj? So where we can draw the line?
Thank you for the question. When you were studying, when after you finish studying, now you have to go and demonstrate what you have. If you have learned. So when you come out to the temple, and you see that the situation will not go. Yeah, when you are studying, you feel that, yes, this is what I'm going to do. And when you get back to the temple, it will not be like that. Then, what to do? How am I going to apply this? One lady told me she went to mindful study that she was seriously, and she put a lot of effort into it. And as soon as she finished, she ran back to her temple. She said, I have graduated from deity worship. Now give me a service. She said, no. Go back. She was so devastated. She was so devastated. So everything is a waste. She's so devastated because she cannot engage what she has learned. So I told her, Mataji, please don't disturb yourself. And don't also disturb the fire of your bhakti. Don't quench it. Just wait. Wait. And Krishna would arrange to send you somewhere where you will be nicely accepted and you'll be the head yourself. But I advise you, the disappointment you got here, don't do it other place where Krishna will give to you. Don't do it there. Understand? This is the advice I give to her. Don't do it. Help devotees so they don't experience the negative situation you had experienced from other places. So now we have studied and learned, now we have to experiment it. So it is while we are on the field that we get the challenge. Yes, now we get the challenge. Now you are going to preach to people, you want to cultivate people. Then you have to deal with so many characters. That is where you get the challenge. And the depth of what you have learned there will show at this time, not when you are in the classroom. It is when you're on the field. Your performance here will see what kind of a student you have been. Yeah, he has gotten all the theoretical thing, 100%, 100. But practice on the field is different. It's different. So we should understand. It is not wrong to get a service. It's not wrong. It is not. A position is not the problem. It is we who are not qualified for that position that is a problem. That the position is a service, not a merit of our being in Christian consciousness. It's not a merit. It's a position for service. So it is Christian consciousness that we have this language, servant leader, not a boss. So if we bring in the boss mentality, it's destructive. That would happen many times. That our leaders are forgetting also the sadhana. Many leaders don't have good sadhana. And that is why we can misbehave and abuse devotees and misuse devotees. A person who has a strong sadhana would not abuse anybody because you'll be able to realize that all devotees, Krishna said, Bhagavata, all devotees, all living entities are what? They are his part. They are my part. That is the realization of text 34, 35 for chapter 4. 4, 34, and 35. 35 is the realization of text 34. The Christian says we should go and approach the Guru and get knowledge. And how do you know? 35 shows us how to demonstrate that we have that knowledge. And now we'll see all living entities as Krishna's part and parcel. That is only the stage where unity in diversity will manifest. Otherwise, diversity will continue as is going on, but no unity. Make sense? Get service, but you continue. Now you know I'm a servant, and I have to do my service as best as I can without looking at what others are doing. Let me do my service, seeing that, yes, I'm doing it for the spiritual master, I'm doing this for Krishna, and it is for my own purification. I'm doing this. Because if I don't do this, if I'm not doing any service, what I'll be doing? If we're not in Krishna consciousness today, what will we be doing? Yes, be there, struggling with animals, competing with animals, right? So now we are not competing with animals by taking to Krishna consciousness. So we maintain it and take it seriously. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank you.